Oh, baby. All right. I got it going.
It doesn't show that you're live streaming online.
Yeah, for some reason it's doing that. I don't know why.
Wait for your shot, so I made a decision.
Did you go to my profile and see if it did it that way?
Yeah.
Come on, coach, give us a shot.
I don't know what it is then.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay.
EA Sports coverage of college
Baby.
football takes us to Miami, Florida, and Hard Rock Stadium for the 2019 Kickoff Classic and an early season matchup of powerhouses. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on the Clemson Tigers.
Let's go, babe. Let's go.
College football is
We got the ball first. Let's go.
Sports, the new season underway here in Miami. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 2-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Out of the shotgun. Graham, flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That play right there, Charles, that is a prime example of why Coach O'Brien likes this young quarterback on the field. His ability to scramble.
And you talk about the ability to scramble, move his feet, quarterback run plays, you name it. Everything is in the playbook now when he comes on the field. And that's what you like because, you know, Coach O'Brien's background is defense. And as a defensive coordinator, what drove him crazy? Quarterbacks that can move.
But the coaches even said to us, Charles, that at times he reminds them of a running back.
Yeah, and they don't want to say it very loudly and take all the motivation away from this young man. But if they had to move him to running back full time, they'd be very confident that he'd be a good one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Graham here from the shotgun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And Clemson has taken the early lead. As we saw right there, they've got a quarterback that, while, yes, he can throw it, he's not afraid to tuck the ball and run, and it paid off with a score on that last play.
Yeah, Brandon, he's a true dual threat guy. I mean, if you take away the passing lanes, he'll use his legs. More times than not.
Go, buddy, go.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes are a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
And 7.
Now White. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
Graham on the keeper.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good
Hey, why
starting
did I
field
get off
position
for
on that
like 2
drive, but
minutes or
couldn't do
so?
anything with it.
What'd you say?
3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing
You have to get off?
excellent field position.
Uh-huh.
When that drive started,
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And this is going to be
He's got it. It's first down.
out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. These college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. And let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
into the first quarter with the score, Tigers 10.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. throwing now. Graham on first down. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
He's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
From the gun, it's Graham. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now Graham to throw. Dance into it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Flushed out right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simpson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Operating from the gun. Graham. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Clemson now with a first and 10. Rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown Clemson. From 19 yards away. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. What a special moment for him. The first passing touchdown of his college career, and certainly a moment that he will never forget.
And it always helps to get that first one out of the way, doesn't it? I know right now that he just wants to go and jump to the top of the stadium and throw his hands up and exult a little bit. But he's had a chance to prove that he can do it now. He got it done. It's been a long time in the making. Now he's just got to harness that emotion and continue to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Here's White. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, what a juke into space. And
Bring in the
off to
second
the
string.
races down the right side. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare.
That was a good block. Good blocks. Good blocks. That's how we got it.
And his kick is good.
Tigers 24. Gators 3.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And that's going to be a touchback.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the defense. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. 23 yards for the touchdown. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. Now White lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
DeAndre Jewell. That's good for a.
First and 10 now for Clemson. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Gators 3.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet.
Now White lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Throwing on third and long. White. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them?
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to find his
there he goes. Touchdown.
And he will score. Touchdown Clemson. DeAndre Jewell. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And this offense is running away with this one. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start. Now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game.
Why do you have me blocked?
Every score,
I said, why do you have me blocked? Yeah, go back. Go back to blocked friends. What the crap, man? I don't know. Go back to my original account. Why do you have me blocked? Just unblock me, man. Man. Can you just unblock me, please?
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away.
There we go. Get the ball, and we got the ball.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, that great field position. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Donnie Simpson there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And that's now his 4th touchdown pass in the ball game. And boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior. As we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
This is against the CPU, by the way.
Story, because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
The Gators take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They are
Hut
right
23
now just ice cold.
at Hut.
They have struggled.
Bro.
They lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
And that is
Holy crap, he caught that. He actually caught that.
Junior there to make the grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Touchdown number 5 for the junior quarterback, and that certainly makes Coach O'Brien's job at the postgame press conference a lot easier.
And you're right, he certainly made Coach O'Brien's press conference awfully easy. But how about the conversation he's now going to have with Tommy Matthews? Because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that this guy's throwing 5 touchdown passes, now he has to go back to Tommy Matthews and kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do. I know what we talked about. But he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
On first down, it's White. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard...
That was a late hit, I'm not going to lie.
It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's White. And Beasley with it over the middle.
Got the first down. Dadgummit.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Allington. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just put their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. White. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Florida's punter is out there now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they'll try to run the option here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But
there he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. A big play there. 62 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter does this out, like puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. From the gun, Graham. He'll buy some time right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT in the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Graham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. From 8 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
gun. It's White. Now White lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame.
Gators 3.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the... Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. It's going the other way.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
He had the ball already. The ball was...
Maybe a frustration.
Gotta be joking. Gotta be joking. How?
Haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now White lost the football.
There we go.
Does the big boy have the juice? And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So there's now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Ellington.
If there is any left.
Good pick up there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Well, the second down throw on target.
Pass. Complete.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that
Corner
pretty
blitz,
well.
corner blitz.
The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now White lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try to keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he's brought down. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the run. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. It's their cornerback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies him.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Now White lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now White with a first down throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, White. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions.
Now White lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit.
Happy Christmas.
Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Wake up. What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know What made you follow me here and try to win back your old position? I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what? Come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together.
You had it saved, and you said, oh, I'm not going to save it. And I was like, I can't let that happen.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem.
Oh,
look,
no, I just have it, so I can do that. No, I don't wanna.
Are we in Clemson right now?
This
no.
college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Texas Longhorns taking on the Clemson Tigers. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. Up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Warner. And he'll move his tight end, Walker. And right at the 40-yard line.
That's good. To create space, but on that play, he did it with that big of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
It's down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Martin, and he gets this one before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
All right.
Here's the option.
Nope.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move to root those guys.
And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. Try.
In your face!
10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for the touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. That a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They'll run on 1st down. Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
37-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Martin, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Their 48-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Martin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Dang it. Come on.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
I try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air.
It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown Clemson. Donnie Simpson, 56 yards. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
No.
Come up here to begin their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
And everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Martin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 2nd down now, It's Pierce. And he's able to take this one up to the...
He was already down. He was already down. There's no way he got the first down. There's no way.
In this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation.
Oh! Oh! Who the fuck?
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. And he loses it. And the defense has come up with it. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts them in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19. That's complete right around the end. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
And then brings up third and 6.
Warner from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
He caught that one-handed.
What a grab. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Boy, another nice throw that time. And all that debate that was possibly out there and wondering, where will we see a second quarterback? Is Tommy Matthews going to play with this lead? I know it's only the second quarter, Charles, but he's kind of putting all that talk to rest.
Yeah, and there's a long way to go, but let's face it, partner. If he finishes the quarter this way, you know that Coach O'Brien loves consistency. I don't see any chance of a change happening if things continue to go in this direction. He's picked the right quarterback.
Too much.
He'll stay with him.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is... And it is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Donnie Simpson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense is running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the
Holding
second. But
on the offense.
there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Operating from the gun, Warner. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
this defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you...
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets stumped on his backside.
Clemson fans right now saying Tommy who, because it has been all Tigers here as we reach halftime at Arlington.
We get the ball.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line. A good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been.
And now off to the races down the right side.
It's over! It's over!
And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. A big play there. 69 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. What a game that he has had throwing the football. Now 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, Warner.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for their next drive. The Texas offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw on third down. Warner. And that will be incomplete.
Jacob's like, I'm the top.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Pulled in at the 24. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Well going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And inside
like
the
what he's
5
not
here
currently
before he's out of
doing.
bounds right at the 3. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Stannerman will take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach
You're
coming
down
in
by
and just
55.
screaming,
Don't celebrate.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever we said hasn't been working. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Right at midfield.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Warner. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Jay on the right side. 57 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. This is really something for a guy who's been rotated in and out of this offense. Heck, the last 2 games being his only back-to-back starts, he has come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And still, you got to think there's going to be talk about Tommy Matthews. So get ready for all those sports radio debates all the way until kickoff of the national championship game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see today. They rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Third down throw that misses the target, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And the punt team on now as this one's set away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him as it is. It'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Graham eluding the pressure right.
There he goes.
He's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown Clemson. Jay on Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about this guy, as we said, rotated in and out of the lineup all season. But right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, that was...
Warner's hit, and he loses it. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, it's Pierce, and he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports, and this is a blowout so far. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Oh, wait, that
Hands low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Fielded just inside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Clemson out for another drive, and it's starting to look for all the world that they'll be back in the national championship game again as they start here 1st and 10. That's what right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 29-yard
Graham here from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And a nice spin into some open field. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown Clemson. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, folks, this is just getting ridiculous now. 7 touchdown passes. He is no doubt making up for lost time, putting an entire year of stats essentially into one football game. And by the way, those 7 touchdown passes, a college football playoff record. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little better.
God, okay. We got to stop them.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. Give him 3 on 1st down. He'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Warner. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, they went with a nickel. They
throwing an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, and you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of it, protect it, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Jay on right side. 35 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
And his passes picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating.
That was deflected off a defenseless defenseman. Wow.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
We've won. We've won.
17 yards on the
90-0.
It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, what a great start to the season here in the College Football Kickoff Classic. And for the junior quarterback, a first start and a first win, and a very big win at that.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. It wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
It's because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you?
I know you're upset. But that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
It's time to win, baby. So I'm playing the whole half.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levine Stadium in San
Oh my God, it's against my wow.
Playoff National Championship game. As we'll see the Oregon Ducks taking on the Clemson Tigers.
You okay, son? Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy.
No.
You alright, Tommy? We need some help over here! Hurry!
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are.
Yes, sir.
You're the guy who's going to lead this team to victory.
Yes, sir, I am.
Remember this, the guy who got
yes, sir, I am.
Let it all slip away. I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Get some.
Let's go. It's time to win a championship.
Well, the pressure perhaps getting to this young quarterback. Clemson trails at the break. Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Throwing now, Graham on first down. Simpson reels it in.
I don't know where I was going with that. Still.
Be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
Field. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the gun, it's Graham. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
Well, I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure. And to me, he's a natural leader. And I concur with both of those statements.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Oregon Ducks looking for that elusive first national title. Of course, they've been in the National College Football Playoff before behind Marcus Mariota following the 2014 season. And they beat Florida State that year before falling 42-20 in the championship game.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Barrett. And caught by Cameron right side. And he's going to have the first down.
How?
To the 35.
Swear to God, that was not the...
Get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st down, Ferguson.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Complete to Myers, the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ferguson on 3rd and short. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off.
Crap. All right.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On the carry, it's Ferguson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they got it.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
He's going to rifle one deep. It's caught inside the 25. 1 play at a time. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Jay on Whiteside. 58 yards. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks, and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They look like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Third down.
Is going to do it.
That's 4th down. That's 4th, baby. It's the 4th quarter. 4th quarter.
As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
From the shotgun, here's Barrett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's got Gibbons.
Damn.
He gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback.
Yes, sir.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Barrett. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
God almighty.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Barrett. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds.
There was nobody that was covering the guy.
Inside the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Barrett.
Yes, sir. Sir.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit.
No flag. He was good.
Footwork, that led to the incompletion. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Makes the score.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. He's going to float this over.
He's wide open. He's freaking wide open.
I'm the best in the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are the best in the game, boy. Let's go.
Simpson, 68 yards. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. Remember, Charles,
he was wide freaking open.
They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's their 3rd touchdown in the second half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I'm going to wait for you. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the second half. He's taking this offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and what they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. From the gun, Barrett. Buying time.
He's wide open.
He'll have a first down.
Wow. Push. Push. You had the slide.
He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That's going to be roughing the passer. Yep, roughing the passer. That'll be first down anyways.
Past the 50.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Yep.
Defense.
God damn it. Damn it.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Barrett.
Oh my God. That's another roughing the passer.
Out of bounds inside the 30.
God almighty.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Barrett.
Hey, son of a...
Touchdown Ducks. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes.
Give me that ball.
And be precise in your cuts.
Now a crease.
Dadgummit.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Where are the blocks at?
Offense ready to get after it one more time. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Yes, sir.
First and 10 at the now Graham on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Flushed out right. He can
wide open.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be.
I mean, we've already won. I'll give it to Oregon. They did a good job. Good game. Not real good.
Last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
that would have been a late hit in real life.
Then when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Barrett throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
First and 10 at the
operating from the gun. Barrett.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sack him. Yes, sir.
And we've reached the 1 minute mark in this game.
Yes, sir.
He goes again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Yes! Ball game.
Picked off near the 34.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked,
and shut. Exactly.
Right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge.
And what?
Coach,
was it going to be holding?
Like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
What? What?
Do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On first down, Barrett to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Burgess.
And we got the ball.
It's going the other way.
There's your ball game. There's your ball game. We are going to nail this ball.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, they changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change in quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there in the second half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe.
You hear from Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away?
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
Proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind tonight. This one is for my brother, Tommy Matthews. You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys sent their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kids, so I stayed behind. Make sure you're all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
But hey, they did leave you the trophy. They wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How are you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
It's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make him win the championship. Together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together.
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She said what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach?
Don't look too disappointed.
No, I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No, give me a minute. Okay, Coach. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure, talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope?
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. And it got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But How could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
Just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision. But I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft. Based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm gonna give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. I appreciate the faith, Coach, but if I'm gonna play QB at the next level, it seems like leaving now is my only shot.
That's probably true.
Wow. I did not expect all this to come to a head so soon.
Well, anything you need, just call. And when those NFL coaches come calling, trust that I'll have your back.
I'm not sure what's more strange, that interaction or the general cleanliness of this apartment.
Cupcake? So the NFL Combine. I spent so much time preparing for it. But some things, you can't ever say you're fully ready for. That's how the week felt for me.
Step out onto the field for a first time and look. Oh my God, can I please be with the Steelers?
I walked away from the press conference feeling a buzz. I said a lot of things, but would my performance back it up? Oh, no. This cannot be happening. Okay. Oh, man, okay. Think. Where was the last place you looked at?
If you knew where you last saw them, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah, thanks. Glad I help you are. Oh, you're rich.
Say it with me now. Eisen.
Right, Eisen. You're Rich Eisen, big fan. I'm gonna be the laughing stock of your next broadcast, aren't I?
Depends. You gonna run the 40 barefoot? I may have a little fun with you, but don't worry. I won't make you a running joke, huh? Come on. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe not your best, but...
What's the verdict?
Perfect fit, but honestly, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Right, how'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
Maybe in a minute.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing that?
Yeah, I know.
With as much adrenaline as I have coursing through my veins right now from trying to find my cleats, there's no way I don't beat the combine record. I'll tell you what, I'll be even faster. Just watch.
Now that is what I like to hear. You're gonna be helping those kids at St. Jude more than you know. Go get them, champ. Hope those shoes bring you good luck and an even better 40 time.
God, I hope so.
Thanks again,
Do
man.
I actually have to do the...
Yep, I feel it.
Do I have to run this?
Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start things off with my personal favorite, the event that can break the spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one half of America's darlings, the Heartbreak Kids. An intriguing draft prospect, to say the least.
.446, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. .446.
We'll see him up next for the skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Okay, let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Ah, crap. He got it. Oh my god.
Well, today had a little bit of it all. Select few guys who may have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft. Until next time, I'm Rich Eisen.
Baby. Oh, baby. I hope I did good.
Welcome to the 2020 NFL Draft. Sure, the experts have done 2.7 million mock drafts, but you can toss those babies out the window. Welcome back to the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft.
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. How you feeling right now?
Oh, everything's great, Coach.
Well, look, son, we've been following you for quite some time.
You gotta be joking.
Be an integral part of this.
You gotta be joking.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to show you I'm worth your pick.
You mean to tell me I'm a first-round pick of the Steelers?
I'll be the first one there. Can't wait.
And I'm just getting confirmation that the pick is in. Let's take it to the podium to see who the next pick in the draft is going to be. What a phenomenal pick.
Yes, sir!
This kid has shown some unique abilities on the field. He's a freak athlete, totally capable of taking over a game in the right system.
We just got... Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the player. This is your development trait. Superstar.
All right. Let's go with.
Deep. This rookie class is very deep, and perhaps no one is more hyped from this class than Tommy Matthews' old partner in crime, who was just selected in the top 10. My level of excitement for the start of the season is perhaps only rivaled by my excitement to see just what that kid's capable of doing on an NFL field. There hasn't been this kind of hype and intrigue since Tesla's Cybertruck release. So the big question I have for this year is, will this rookie sensation succumb to the hype, or will he rise to the top? Guess we'll find out soon enough after the Week 1 games get underway.
Kick it and go. Just kick it and go.
Being such a high draft pick comes at a cost. Mainly, everyone expecting you to resurrect the franchise. What helped you adjust to NFL life?
I must have carried my playbook with me everywhere. If I ever wanted to prove myself as a leader on this team, I had to know everyone's responsibilities.
Huh?
Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm not too happy right now. You know, their offense has been talking smack about us all week. You gonna let that happen? I don't think so. So let's get out here and get at it.
Hey, Wolf. Oh, I do. Since you just joined, you just made it have soul. Ain't no joke, by the way.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You've taken the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you gotta keep it up.
So, I was a first-round pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, by the way. First-round pick for the Steelers, yes, sir.
It's not easy being a rookie. The excitement, pressure, fanfare,
Juju Smith.
interviews,
Yes, sir.
draft process. Plus, there's a lot of players banking on you to make them successful too.
Juju Smith-Schuster, welcome to the NFL, my man. Don't think I need to tell you this, but there's a lot. Study your playbook, meet teammates. Yeah, it's gay. That's all I'm saying. That's fine.
It was still early days, but my teammates and I were getting to know
Here
each
we
other,
go, baby.
building the bonds that would keep us strong and competitive through the coming season.
Tell me about it. Oof, sucks to suck. I'm able to go with number 1. Let's go. Oh, best gunner and me are now friends. Seems legit.
Sucks to be a loser.
Sucks to suck.
Am I right?
Ha 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 ha. Psych. You wish. You really thought.
Sucks to be a loser in this game.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it, bro? Imagine sucking.
That's the body to some of my hateful friends.
Jacob, I had the snake skin.
And they're still pissed at me. I think that
Jacob, I had the snake skin.
What did you do?
Jacob, I had the snake skin for Jaeger. You want a picture? Bet, I'll send you a picture. Cam, you want to look at the picture too? Alright.
Exactly recorded you. Oh, no, go record it for Vegas. Next to the region. Like how everybody was send a bunch of and
What?
What? Bet. No. Disgusting. I don't have it downloaded. Alright, Jacob, I'm sending it to the chat right now. Sure, my snake skin for Jaeger. So, you might want to look at this. It's pretty funny. It's actually a very cool skin. Live it. No.
There we go. Abilities.
It's sending. Hold on. Alright. There it is. Snakeskin for Jaeger right there.
and a dog.
Right there.
Throwing the run's good. My speed needs to be fixed. My acceleration, stiff arm needs to be fixed. Spin move needs to be fixed.
What?
Toughness is 87. My strength is at 68. What the fuck? There we go.
It was a press conference before our first game of my rookie season, but the reporters didn't waste any time filling me in on what the world was saying.
That's a free skin.
You're being touted as the future of this team, and your teammates, which will be for this year, going to the playoffs.
I'm glad they asked, because it helped me hone in on my ultimate goal. I was going to work as hard as I could to make sure the team and I were holding up the Lombardi Trophy at the next Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I still need somewhere to sleep. I know, but shouldn't this fucking be over here? It could be. I'm just trying to figure out a path. See you in your way?
No.
How many more hours you got?
30.
30?
40.
42?
It doesn't. It really is not
Going back.
estimated. It's not estimated.
Yeah, because you have a game open.
Yeah.
It's going to be 42.
Well, you need to go to bed.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium
Here we go.
in New Jersey.
I was a first-round pick for the Steelers, by the way.
NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Let's see how our Steeler defense does. Watch it.
It's the New York Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, sir.
We welcome everybody to the Garden
State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
First game of week 1, baby.
Just before we came on air, this New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up.
Saquon Barkley, gotta watch out for that man. 93 speed, 92 overall.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019
Gotta watch out for Daniel Jones, 72 overall. Let's do this.
This is Saquon Barkley, and that is the kind
Best
of tackling they want
second
to see all
and
game.
11.
He'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones.
Oh, that's roughing the passer.
This might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Barkley a first down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 24 yards the game there. Another first down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yards. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 38-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Oh my God, and wide open.
Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
For the extra point.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it
Oh
in the
my
end zone.
God.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of. Tendencies
Of course, roughing the kicker.
first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Ass out.
And this will be a touchback.
Here we go.
Sails over the end line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot.
Oh my God.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hit.
That was all you?
Instead, it's 2nd down.
DeAndre Baker there.
Throwing again. Graham eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw.
That's a flag. That's going to be roughing the passer, isn't it?
We do have a penalty.
Exactly.
Down, however, let's see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone...
He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Graham going to look to throw again. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Again, it's Graham. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the draw, this is Barkley.
There you go.
This carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll take it down here just Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Giants possessing the football. We rejoin the action in the 2nd quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
15-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Ryan Switzer on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
And we remind you, still one more game to get to before we put a bow on week 1. It comes up at the conclusion of this one. Titans and Broncos in the AFC from Mile High, and that ought to be one worth staying up for. And it drops down incomplete.
Wow.
Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And he floated one out there incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, Graham escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now it's Graham. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback, making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That touchdown, Charles, the 1st rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Valentine going to sit on this.
All right, now we need a 4 and out here. Need a 4 and out here, and then
yep. Go again offensively. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense.
Don't call roughing the passer. There's no way it was roughing the passer.
Absolutely go in the opposite direction.
Oh, those penalties are killing us.
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh
of course.
1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Jones throwing again, and his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
From the gun, Jones. And that's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Let it roll, let it roll. Yep. Perfect.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Good SWAT.
Excellent by Nevin Lawson.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it.
It's a first down.
Oftentimes, knock it away.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Well, Charles, you think about the quarterback position in the National Football League. Look, I think we can agree you can't win without a good one, and this organization was sold on this young man from the very beginning.
They certainly were. They loved what they saw from him in college. I think a lot of it was the ability to process quickly and make decisive decisions. Able to get rid of the football to the right targets, never ruffled. And it's a beautiful thing if you're that guy where you come in, you know, right away. You're the guy. This is your team. You acclimate as the season goes on. The flip side is everyone expects you to be great right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, it's not all... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Huh?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing.
Yo, I'm back, by the way.
Territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Yeah.
Right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Jones on third down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but
that was not
pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. 28-21, the final score. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Tyreek Hill, big numbers, 4 touchdown catches. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Godden.
Here we go. We got the ball.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Ryan Switzer on the
Not bad. Not bad.
The Steelers take over.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Rolling to his right.
Wide open. There he goes.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, 67 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. But as he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard
To throw again. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And they get him down.
Got it. He got it.
Across the 40-yard line. Give him 18.
Dang it.
Giants have a 1st down.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion.
Screw you.
Really good pickup.
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to
Stupid juke move. I hate him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
No, on here.
Jones. Open man right
It down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play.
Good job.
46. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen.
Wide open.
The ball comes out.
He got the ball. Oh!
All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the 1st down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22 coached up.
Oh my God, he caught that. Who caught it? Who caught that?
Juju Smith-Schuster, 41 yards.
Wow.
Recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone.
I just want to say I was losing this game. I'm now back winning 36-14.
New York gets set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Bet, don't you?
All game long.
Yep, that is a tackle for a loss.
Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
TFL.
This is symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
Screw Saquon Barkley.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
How'd he get the first down? How?
Operating from the gun, Jones. And now the
Good hit stick.
midfield, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
He's still going.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
18 yards that time.
Ooh, where was I throwing that?
First and goal. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second and goal.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 44.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's dropped.
He did not get it. 3rd and inches.
Leaves him with 3rd and 1. On the tackle. 1 quarter remains here as we
1 quarter, baby.
On a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. And he will have a Giants first down.
God almighty.
3rd down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Here's Jones throwing on first down.
How did he get that?
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10 over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on.
At the 21.
Throwing again. Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down. All right,
We gotta get this.
Keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
He did not get it!
Giant touchdown. From 19 yards away.
This is got in now.
And the Giants are able to...
No bad up here.
He did not get that. The ball did not touch the plane, did it? No, it hit the white line. Crap, never mind. There's nothing in chat. Seems legit.
Gostkowski for the point after.
Ah!
And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Gostkowski set to kick off.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really...
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, field possession, defense is going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Over the middle, complete. It's Tate, and he will have a Giants.
2-minute warning. Come on, baby. Come on. We got to stop him from score.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. offensively after having time to talk it over. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram.
Son of a...
He works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Jones now on first down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Got his man complete over
Saquon Barkley. Oh, no, that's Tate. Never mind.
First and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Personal foul.
Roughing the kicker? No! Decline it.
So that one will be accepted.
That's bull crap. That's freaking bull crap.
Now it's first and goal.
Alright.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of people read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Get this ball.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 36-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the 2nd level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Sober be like, am I right? Correct. Yo, Silver's online. I want to play Rocket League with Silver. Nah, Silver's playing Rocket League.